I hope that I can be a good senator for you all. I make this one promise that if in 6 months or so there's a conflict between my being a good father and being a good senator, which I hope will not occur. I thought would, but I hope it won't. I promise you that I will contact Governor-elect Tribbitt as I had earlier and tell him that we can always get another senator, but they can't get another father.
Wow. More than 50 years ago, Joe Biden promised to put the interests of others ahead of his own. That was back in 1973, when then Senator Biden famously took his oath of office by the bedside of his two sons, Beau and Hunter, who had just survived a car crash that killed his wife and baby daughter. Fast forward to today, and President Biden is again putting his own ambitions aside for what he believes is in the best interest of the country, no matter how we got here, endorsing his vice president and uniting Democrats to defeat Donald Trump in November. Welcome to the fourth hour of Morning Joe. It is 6 a.m. on the West Coast, 9 a.m. in the East. And, Joe, it is quite touching to look back at Joe Biden's life and how he has served his family and his country.
A remarkable life, remarkable for the service, for the sacrifice. At times, it's like he sacrificed just about everything, continued forward with his head down, with the support of his family all along. And, you know, it's triumph, tragedy, triumph, tragedy, time and time again that has defined Joe Biden. It's defined him personally, and it's defined him professionally. And sadly, so often those lines would blur together, where political triumph and personal tragedy would align. And Willie, that's happened again this year. It's happened over the past 4 years. It's happened over the past 40 years for Joe Biden. But yesterday, he made the decision that very few make, and that is to give up the ultimate power, give up the most powerful position, not only in America, but in the world, and step aside.
And this will be the end of his long political career. So even ending his life in politics, and it has been a life in politics, and giving up the job he always dreamed of having, which he attained and prevented Donald Trump from staying in the office for a second term. He did all that. So this was not easy, and that's why Speaker Pelosi and others wanted to give him time and space. You know, there was all that minute-to-minute reporting about who was doing what, who was saying what. She wasn't explicitly coming out and saying he should get out of the race, because she knew in the fullness of time it would prevail upon him that the poll numbers, which some of his advisors presented him Saturday, showed it's not going well in the battleground states. The money is drying up. I don't think we can do this. And the people he trusts the most politically were telling him that, and ultimately he made that decision. So not easy at all for him to step aside, but he has done that now. He has fully endorsed Kamala Harris, his vice president, who says she is honored to receive President Biden's endorsement and vowed to earn and win the nomination. We've seen a flood of support for her, including just this morning from a couple of governors on this show.